So let's talk about the WGC. We are skipping Mexico right now. No Mexico this year. We're going to the Concessions in Florida. 6 weeks to the Masters, so we're sticking in Florida to Texas to Georgia will be the schedule upcoming. There's also the Puerto Rico Open this week. Like we said, we'll touch on that momentarily. So what we're seeing from the field, 72 players because Homa is now in. There's no cut. Starts on Thursday. Patrick Reed is the defending champion of this event, but that was in Mexico at Chapultepec, not this course. For the Concession Golf Club, par 72, 7,474 yards, Bermuda green grass. I took a look at a few interviews that Jack Nicklaus did. This is a Jack Nicklaus course because it's really hard to judge a course that you've never seen before, especially in a professional setup, because the last time that we saw any sort of competition here, Bryson beat CT Pan in the finals of the 2015 NCAA Championship. I have a feeling that it's not going to be set up exactly similar to how it was at the NCAA Championship. So just listening to Jack talk about it, because there's some interviews out there with him, the par fives were the things that really struck me. One of them is reachable in 2. One of them is not reachable in 2. You're forced to lay up. The other 2, it really seems to depend on whether you have the wind at your back or not, whether or not you're going to go for it. So if that's the case, let's say, and I don't know if this is true or not, but you're going to have to pick a lane if you're going to bet on anything. Is it going to be one of these courses where the par fives are all just wedge shots in on your third, and that's how you're going to have to make birdie? They seem to be really tough par fives. There's a par 4 that you have to lay up on that looks drivable because there's a moat that runs in front of the green. Irons. Short irons. Unless Bryson and Rom and DJ are just like, I can get there in 2, then it's a different story, and then I'm wrong. But if it's not, I want the elite wedge players here, the guys who putt on Bermuda. And that leads me to one name when we get to the list. Actually, it doesn't lead me to one name. It leads me to a few names. But looking at the top of the board, DJ, his price is backed up a little bit now. He's 5.25 to 1 in order to win. Rom is 850, Xander 11, Cantlay 14, Finau 16, Rory 16.5, Bryson 18.5, JT 18.5, Berger 22, Tyrrell Hatton for the first time this year 22.5 over in the United States. Hovland's 22.5, Webb's 22.5. Or is he 28.5? 22.5. Brooks is 30. So that's what we're looking at for here. Justin Thomas, sign me up.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about...
I found him at 20 to 1. I bet it.
We always talk about how great he is with that like layup zone shot or that wedge into the par 5 shot. I think he's the best in golf. At least he blows these other elite players away.
Yeah, it's like him. And DJ's really good at it too.
It's amazing.
What's DJ's track record in Florida? I feel like it's not great.
Well, he never really plays because he won Doral. He does so much in California
and then takes a
that
break.
He usually takes a little break, and we usually see him again. I know the players schedule, like it's all rejigged, but players, match play.
And match play's not in Florida.
No, that's where we see him again. Like, did he one time not show up at Valspar and suck?
No, I think he came inside the top 10.
Might have been like a late charge.
Yeah, I think he got there in the end. I think it was the year Casey beat Kokrak. It's like Bubba and Louie were up there as well. Either way, it's just, again, you're not surprised if Dustin wins. No one wants to bet Dustin at less than 6 to 1 in an elite field. Like the only 2 players who are not in this field this week are Tiger and Casey. That's it. Everyone else is playing. And there's a bunch of Euros because they put into the 2020 and 2021 like Road to Dubai. Both qualifiers from those are in this field. So there's a bunch of Euros. Not that I'm betting on a bunch of Euros to win, but that middle tier of a WGC feels stronger this year with your like Hogards and I don't know, who are the other, like Lipskis and players like that all populating like the low end of the field. Like those are real guys. Victor Perez is a real guy.